Bruv, you
Either
man are
the
drinking
club or
Prime.
the
What's in
player.
Prime? What's the ingredients in that Prime drink that you man are drinking? You don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even drink that. I can't tell you, bro.
Bro, most of these men are running around spending flipping £10 on Prime. They don't even know what they're drinking. But they think that when you go to a club doctor, yeah, that you know everything that's in the injection. You don't know. And that's not me saying, yeah, that he didn't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's funny how Bear Man are Bear smart now. You know, like that. But then you man were queuing up here at the NHS to get your third jab and your boosters and that. Do you know what I mean? Absolute wasters. You know, talk about boosters and that, bro.
Oh,
Like it's
man.
Wi-Fi. They were saying they were trying to get Pogba off the wage bill for as little as 10 million. They just wanted to get rid of him because he kept being injured, and they didn't want him there, bro. Do you know what I mean? But he's on a long contract, so he didn't want to leave. So it's one of them things where either he's taken it because man's just proper like down about being injured and he just wants to be back out there, or they've stitched him up. Those are the only two things I can see, two scenarios. I'm not sure which one it is. Do you know what I mean? I would more lean towards the first one, yeah, because mentally I can imagine how hard it was for him going through everything that he's gone through, yeah. And him just wanting to be out there. Do you know what I'm saying? And especially the amount of injuries he's had. If they've said, yo, we're gonna give you we're gonna run a treatment, yeah, and it's gonna help you get back. I can see a situation where he turned around and said, you know what, just do what you need to do. I want to play again. You know, like that. I can see that
Do you think it's the
situation.
case where he did it by accident? Because I think that's the only thing that could really make
No. I wouldn't say it's an
makes
accident, but
sense
you know what it is. But you know what it is. At football clubs, yeah, doctors prescribe you certain things, yeah, and
Hmm.
they don't necessarily tell you what's in them. Do you know what I mean? And you don't necessarily ask. You know, like that. So, like, I've had injections before when I played football, and I didn't know what was in them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, you
But
don't
you're not
ask.
playing at a professional level, though.
No, but I was at the
Like the
time.
highest level.
No, I wasn't playing at the highest level, as in I wasn't playing for Juventus, but I was still playing professionally, and I've had injections before. I've had injections before. I used to go to Harley
And
Street Clinic.
that's sloppy if at a club of Juventus's level they're not checking everything that's in anything that they're
No, but
that
I'm
they
not saying that the club didn't know, but I'm saying there's a possibility that maybe he didn't know. I'm not talking about the club because when I went to Harley Street, I used to see Scott Parker there, I used to see John Terry there, and they used to go and get their injections as well. You know, like that. So it's not a thing where man weren't getting injections, bro. You know, like that. Man go and get injections, different kinds of injections, yeah. And if you get sent to see a doctor, yeah, by the club, just because the doctor knows what's in there, don't mean that you do. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things
I'm not
where
saying Pogba would have to be aware, but I feel like the club should be
yeah,
aware.
but I'm not saying that the club isn't aware, bro. That's not the point I'm trying to make. You know, like
Then
that.
there's been a bit of neglect from somebody or some source.
I don't think there's been neglect, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think that there's been neglect, bro. I'm saying, yeah. I'm saying that either he knew, yeah, he knew that he was taking something potentially that is banned, but he was like, screw it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I want to play. Do you know what I'm saying?
Then that's sloppy as hell from him
Or
if that's the case.
or he got stitched up. It's one or the other. Man can say it's unlikely he doesn't know. You don't have a clue what goes on. You do not have a clue. Do you know what I'm saying? It's an injection, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's just like when Arsenal used to play, like Arsenal players used to say that Arsene Wenger used to send them for vitamin injections. You know, like that. Do you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And bro, that like none of these players knew, yeah, that whether it was vitamins or not. I'm not saying that they weren't, but I'm saying as a player, if your club says, "Yo, you're going to take vitamin injections," you just go to the doctor and you take the injections. Period. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's got nothing to do with it. You're not gonna say, "Oh, can you tell me the list of ingredients that's in the injections?" If you get told to go see the doctor, you go see the doctor. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is well known. Like I think was it what was it Lee Dixon or something like that spoke about when Arsene Wenger came in and he was getting them man to do vitamin injections and stuff like that. Well, he told them that's what it was. Like, bruv, they don't know if it is or it isn't. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying for one moment that
Actually, Onana had a similar situation, didn't he?
yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of the Onana thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But the point is, yeah, when you're at a football club and you get told to go and see the doctor, yeah, and you're going through treatment, yeah. we are not scientists, bruv. Man don't know every single thing that's going in your body. If man says, yo, this is gonna help, or take this, bruv, you take it. Do you know what I mean? So man's gonna say, as a player, you would ask. Yeah, you can ask. Do you know what I'm saying? But is man gonna run down the whole ingredients list? You man eat food that you don't even know what's in it, bro. You man are going to the supermarket and buying processed food that's got a list of ingredients and all these flipping things in it, and you don't even know what you're eating, bruv. And you honestly think that a footballer, yeah, that has an agent to do everything for them and all these other things, know everything that's in an injection, bruv? Like, what are you talking about? You man don't even know what you're eating day to day. Do you know what I mean? And this is how I know you man, your brain's not doing the brain thing, blood. Do you know what I mean? It's
I
easy.
just think I agree with what you're saying, but I think
Bro, these
even
man are
the
drinking
club
Prime.
or
What's
the
in
player-
Prime? What's the ingredients in that Prime drink that you man are drinking? You don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even drink that. I can't tell you, bro.
Bro, most of these men are running around spending flipping £10 on Prime. They don't even know what they're drinking. But they think that when you go to a club doctor, yeah, that you know everything that's in the injection. You don't know. And that's not me saying, yeah, that he didn't know. That's not me
But
saying
do
that.
you not think it's different when you're taking injections and stuff for football because you're going to get given drug tests as well?
Yeah, but the thing is,
You
they're
have to be a
random.
bit more aware,
Yeah,
as
of
opposed to like, just feeling
course. Of course, but they're random drugs tests. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? They're random.
that's all the more reason to be aware because you never know. Doping
Of
control.
course. But the point is, yeah, when a man, yeah, is not actually playing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when a man's not actually playing and he's just in recovery, I can see a situation where he's like, you know what, I'm not playing anyway. Do you know what I mean? Whatever gets me back, gets me back. Maybe they said to him, yo, do you know what I mean? This ain't gonna stay in your system for too long. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Do you want to take the risk?
Maybe.
Do you know what I'm saying? I could see a situation where they said to him, yo, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna run a cycle. This is gonna help you. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Man, them are saying, oh, you should know what's in it. How many of you man know what's in the COVID vaccine? And I bet most of you man took it. You know like that? I didn't.
That's why I didn't.
I didn't. You know why? Because I didn't know what was in it. You know,
Mhm.
like that. However, a lot of you man go do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's funny how bare man are bare smart now. You know, like that. But then you man were queuing up here at the NHS to get your third jab and your boosters and that. Do you know what I mean? Absolute wasters. You know, talk about boosters and that, bro.
Oh,
Like it's
man,
Wi-Fi. Man said
Well,
booster,
just to
like
get the
Wi-Fi,
virus
wireless
again in
internet
6
and that.
months.
Bro, it's crazy. Man talking about boosters, blood. Man get injections and then they're just dropping dead at football matches and that. You know,
Maybe
like
it's
that.
just too early to look at it and to say this person's to blame or the club's to blame because nobody
Bro,
just came in yesterday.
but this is why I've put loads of scenarios out there. There's a scenario where he knew that he was taking a risk and he chose to take it because he's missed so much football that he just wanted to play and he was at the point where he doesn't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Or he didn't know what was in it, or the club stitched him up. I can see a situation where all of those things could be true, but I don't know what they are. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody
It's
does.
gonna get investigated though, so we'll find out. But it'll be in case of months. I don't even think we'll find out anytime soon.
No, me neither. Do you know what I'm saying? Me neither. So it's one of them things where
If
none
he's
of us
found
know.
guilty, he could be gone for time. I'm seeing 2 years, up to 4 years potentially.
Yeah, 100%.
That's long. That could be a. Would it be a career ender if it's about 3 to 4 years? Maybe.
Yeah,
Because you're trying to come back at the age of like 32, 33.
that's what man said. Not true. As a physician, I can tell you that testosterone injections will accelerate healing. Who said it wouldn't? Who said it wouldn't? You know, like that. I know what testosterone does. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Maybe he's referencing when you said that he could.
No,
he
must
was
be.
taking a little cycle and
Nah,
trying to get back before he gets tested.
Yeah,
Because I remember
but,
the game that he got caught for.
Yeah,
he
but
didn't
bro,
even
he didn't even play. But that's why
Yeah.
I have a feeling, yeah, that why was he tested the one game that he didn't play? That's what it looks booky
Oh,
to
it
me.
weren't at you. It weren't at you.
Oh, it was at someone in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, but bro, we know what testosterone does. That's what separates us men from women, bruv. Like there's loads of bruv. Man knows what test does. Do you know what I'm saying? Not only has man played sport, do you know what I'm saying? Man's got my sports science. You know the ones, bruv. I know what test does, and I'm someone that's in the gym. You know what I mean? So I know exactly what test does in it. So it definitely accelerates it. Do you know what I mean? But they said that his test levels were abnormal. But bro, again, yeah, what's the metric for that? Because different men have different levels of testosterone anyway. You know, like that. So the test thing is very, very. I need to see what the evidence is. I need to see how high the test was. I need to see all of those things. Do you know what I'm saying? Before I can say that he did it. But I'm open to finding out that he knew what was going on because, bro, in sport, people take these risks all the time, Lewis.
That's the
All the time.
that's the thing. This isn't the first time. We literally just brought up Onana from a couple years ago. I'm sure in the comments they can bring up even more scenarios where this has happened before. It's just
What
too
happened
early
with
to come to a
what happened with
conclusion.
Onana though? What happened with Onana?
Didn't he get banned for like 6 to 8 months because he failed the drug test or something
Yeah,
like
but
that?
I don't know what drugs
Why?
it was for. Like, because I've heard man say that they took some cough medicine and failed the drugs test. So I don't really know. I don't really know like what he failed it for. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think he took drugs that his wife was meant to take by accident. I think that's what I'm reading.
Yeah, but what was the drug though? I heard the story, but we don't know what the drug is.
Um, just trying to find out. Nah, that's long. He tested
And
positive for furosemide. I can't pronounce that.
I don't know, but I don't know what that is, innit? And
A
someone said,
non-performance enhancing drug, but can be used as a masking agent for performance enhancing drugs.
okay, right. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. A lot of the time they don't actually, and this is why I need more information, is because a lot of the time, yeah, when people like just like the Conor Ben
He took his
situation, like
wife's prescription. That was it.
okay, with
Yeah.
Conor Ben's situation in boxing as well, a lot of the time they find the masking agent, they don't actually find the drug that was taken. Do you see what I'm saying? So when they're saying that it's test levels, I need more information because how do we know that his test levels are not just high, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? Man's got 3 youths, he's a big brother, you know what I'm saying? And man just laying down the place, bro. How do we know that he just don't have high test levels? Do you understand? So it's kind of like man don't really. I need more information, but I can see an instance where he definitely said, you know what, do what you guys need to do to get me back on the pitch because he's getting frustrated. He hasn't played no football in a long time. So I can see a situation where he knows exactly what's going on, yeah. And he just says, you lot do whatever you need to do. But then I can also see a situation, yeah, where he was stitched up by the club because they want him out.
Potentially, but that would be crazy if that's the case. I'm just reading through this. Apparently, he's got 3 days to request a counter analysis, and then they'll double check again on his test. So maybe you get a better idea. Then I'm assuming he's going to go for that counter analysis. Then they'll have another chance to look through, and I guess you have a better idea of what the situation is with him. Right now, it's just too early. And everybody's just making as many headlines as they can because Pogba's a massive name, and we know what the agenda's been with Paul Pogba for years. This just feeds into everybody's lap. But
But this is
yeah,
the problem though. Do you know what I mean? Man said, look at what they done to Benucci. Wouldn't put it past him. And Benucci, yeah, is a legend at the club. And
what did they do to Bonucci? Because I know he's suing them now, but I don't really know
what's the story behind the Benucci stuff, guys? Because that might shed a bit more light. But we know what Juventus are capable of.
So Bonucci will initiate legal action against Juventus. Lack of adequate training conditions available to him. Damage of image and professional nature. Any gainings will be donated by Bonucci to the Neuroland charity supporting families of children hospitalized in Turin. So, lack of adequate training conditions, damage to image and professional nature.
Yeah, so that means they probably just done him dirty,
Oh,
wanted
shit,
him out the club, done him out the club, probably banned him from training and stuff like that. And do you know what I'm saying? Basically, probably broke terms and conditions of his contract. You know, like that. That's what it seems like. So
Speaking of, if Pogba's found guilty, they
yeah,
could terminate his
yeah. What?
contract. Yeah?
That's it. While he was waiting for a move, like they didn't allow him to train and stuff like that. And this is a guy that's been loyal to them for many years. So we know, yeah, that what these guys are capable of. Do you know what I mean? So this is not me excusing anything, bro, because I think there's a high possibility, especially from seeing if you lot would have
Why
seen
would
the
they
Alge
do that, though?
because
That's
they're
like literally
dickheads, bro.
tanking the transfer value.
Yeah, I know, but bro, they don't care, bro. This is the thing with football and just in life in general, yeah. Like when you're useful to people, yeah, how they treat you doesn't matter. It's when you no longer have use for use to people, how they treat you is what you should keep an eye out for.